do. Because what we want to do is not going to come from the old identity. It's going to come from the belly. It's going to come from this dynamism that happens inside of us. When we were children, we knew what we wanted to do. As soon as I had 5 minutes, I was going to my laboratory, to my place where I had my things, and I totally forget time. And my mom has to call me and say, okay, it's time for lunch, or it's time for dinner. That's it. The rest of the time, I was totally immersed in what I wanted to do. There was nobody had to tell me what I should do, I don't have to think about what I like to do. It was happening spontaneously, and it was always upgrading itself, from little to something. The things that I was interested in became more and more complex. I was evolving. My capacity to play was more and more complex, more and more like genius-like, creative, like this creative principle that we are talking about, that comes from the will. Ingenious, it comes from Latin, and it is the inner creator, the inner force that creates. So that is what our will is representing, this part of us. But we are taken out of that place in childhood, brought to the water, the place of the people, and then maybe we never ever again go back to that place, to really be in touch, connected to what we really want to do. We do what we should be doing. We do what is safe to do, what is expected from us to do. And we have a persona, then we have then people, we humans get identified with our job, and that becomes the image. And then there is no more play, there is no more evolution. We become, I'm the postman, when I first moved to my neighborhood in Istanbul, the postman came to me and said, I'm your postman. He's the postman. It's sweet. I'm not criticizing, but becomes, the identity becomes what people do, defines what they do. So the identity is, the self-image's identity is blocking our natural will to really do. The beautiful example is I spoke about my grandfather. He was very strict. And my uncle was a genius. He's a genius. And he loved to build machineries from whatever piece of metal whatever. He was genius. He would build stuff. My grandfather didn't want. He wanted him to study as a chemist. My mom and my uncle, they hid a laboratory, a secret laboratory, where they were doing, my uncle, the genius, was doing all this building secretly from my grandfather. If my grandfather catch them, beats him up, because he didn't want. He needed to do other things. So anyway, the fact, he never let go of this passion. So he kept on doing that, hiding, in a secret laboratory. He still did with what my grandfather told him to do. And he ended up working in the agricultural industry. But in that field, he built a factory. So he brought his genius with him in the things that he had to do, but he managed to never lose the connection to his passion, what he was. And it's genius. It's really, still he has a garage with huge garage with a lot of equipment, and he's constantly tinkering, building something and fixing all kinds of things. It's the genius, he never let go of it.